Hey there, and welcome. Today, we are going to move beyond those simple, everyday phrases and really level up your English. So, if you want to sound more precise, a lot more advanced, and just more impactful, you've come to the right place. Okay, let's dive right in.
So let me ask you something. How many ways can you say it's going to happen soon? I mean, really think about it. You've probably used phrases like about to or close to, and that's totally fine. But what if you need to sound a bit more formal? Or maybe add a little drama? Or capture a really specific emotion? Well, that's exactly what we're going to tackle today.
So let's build up your vocabulary toolkit. I'm going to show you 4 super powerful phrases that will instantly make your English sound better. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which phrase to pull out for any situation, which is going to make you sound way more precise and confident.
All right, so what are these 4 game-changing phrases? Let's take a quick look.
Here they are: imminent, on the cards, on the brink of, and on the verge of. Now, at first glance, they all kind of suggest something is happening soon, right? But trust me, each one has a very different weight, a totally different feeling. And we're about to find out exactly what makes each one so unique.
Okay, time to get into the details. Let's break these down one by one, and we'll start with the most formal one of the bunch.
First up, we have imminent. Now, the 2 keywords you really need to remember here are certain and formal. This isn't for a casual chat like, hey, getting coffee is imminent. No, this is for serious, official, or really important events that are definitely about to happen.
You know, think about where you'd actually hear this. It pairs perfectly with these heavy, serious words like a decision, an announcement, or a strike. This is the kind of language you hear in news reports or in formal business meetings. It just carries a lot of weight and certainty.
Okay, next, let's talk about on the cards. With this one, we're shifting gears a little bit, away from certainty and more towards likelihood. It means something is probable, but it's not a complete guarantee. Oh, and a little tip, you'll hear this one a lot in British English. And a fun fact for you, the phrase probably comes from way back in the 19th century, when fortune tellers used playing cards to predict the future. Kinda cool, right?
You see how this works? It's perfect for making predictions. A promotion isn't guaranteed, but it seems likely. A leadership change, well, it could happen. This phrase is just excellent for talking about future possibilities, whether it's in politics, business, or even your own career.
All right, now things get dramatic with on the brink of. This phrase signals that you are extremely close to a massive, often negative turning point. Seriously, picture yourself standing on the edge of a cliff. That's the intense feeling this phrase creates.
Yeah, this example, it says it all, doesn't it? You would never say we're on the brink of a nice holiday. You use it for huge, critical things, like a disaster, a war, or bankruptcy. It has a really heavy, really serious tone.
And our final phrase is on the verge of. This one's a little more personal and a lot more versatile. It means you're incredibly close to either doing something or feeling something. And unlike on the brink of, it can be used for both positive and negative situations.
Just look at the range here, on the verge of tears. That captures that exact moment right before someone starts crying. But then you have on the verge of winning, which captures all the excitement right before a huge victory. It's all about being incredibly close to a new feeling or a new action.
Okay, so we've met all 4. But the real question is, how do you know which one to use and when? Let's put them head to head so you can really see the difference. Think of this chart as your cheat sheet. Imminent is your formal, official choice. On the brink of is for big, dramatic, usually negative events. On the cards is for things that are likely to happen. And on the verge of is for that moment right before an action or an emotion. The main takeaway here is that tone is everything.
All right, you ready for a little quiz to test what you've learned? So a volcano is rumbling and releasing gas. What would you say? Think about the tone here. This is a pretty serious, pretty dangerous situation.
And here are the best answers. An eruption is imminent works perfectly for, say, a formal scientific warning. But on the brink of erupting really captures the sheer drama and danger of that moment. Both are absolutely fantastic choices.
Okay, next scenario. Elections are just around the corner and all the polls are predicting a major change. It's not 100% certain, but it's what everyone expects to happen. Which phrase would you use here?
You got it! A new government is on the cards is the perfect fit. It captures that feeling of a likely outcome, but one that isn't quite a done deal yet. It makes you sound really informed and natural.
And for our last one, this is a much more personal, emotional situation.
Your friend's eyes are getting watery. Their voice is shaking. They are clearly upset and about to cry. How would you describe this moment?
She is on the verge of tears. Yes, this just perfectly captures that fragile, delicate moment right before an emotional release. It's so precise, so descriptive, and honestly, so much more powerful than just saying she is about to cry.
Fantastic work. You totally get the subtle but really powerful differences between these 4 expressions now. So let's wrap up by talking about why this stuff really matters.
And here it is, the key takeaway. Mastering these phrases isn't just a fun academic exercise. It will genuinely make you sound more advanced and more natural in those high-stakes situations. Like the IELTS exam, a formal presentation, or when you're writing a persuasive essay. Using these shows you have a deep command of the English language.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. As you go about your week, just look at the world around you. The news, what's happening at work, your own life. Which of these phrases is on the cards for you to use? Give one a try and see how it feels. Thanks so much for tuning in.